Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Good morning and Assalamu alaikum to all my lovely students of class 5. This is your social studies teacher, Ms. Zunaira, and I warmly welcome all of my students to my class. So guys, as you know that yesterday we started our second chapter and the name of the chapter was Trade and Industries. The name of the chapter was Trade and Industries, which is our chapter number which is our chapter number 2. Sorry, it is our chapter number 2, not 3. So here I have corrected it. Trade and Industries is your chapter number 2 and it is on page number 55 of your social studies book. So I want my students to take out the books. Take out your books, just keep it closed. Okay, do not open your book until I ask you to open. So let's go ahead. Yesterday we have seen that what is manufacturing. Before knowing about the manufacturing, we learned about the things that we use in our daily life. In the background, what kind of thing you can see? You can see a factory, industry, and what is the paragraph which is written in front of you? That is, we wear clothes which are made of cotton, silk, wool, or leather, or we travel by vehicles like car, bus, train, and we use many electrical items like iron, washing machine, televisions in our daily life. Apart from this, you can make the list of even hundreds of the things that you use in your daily life. So the question is, where do these things come from? The question is, where do these things come from? So we must know that they all come from industries and they are called goods and services. For suppose if I make tea at my home, so that is not goods or services. We use these terms goods and services for the products which are made in a very large quantity. For suppose, as I told you yesterday, I gave you the example that in a factory, not a single, not only one refrigerator or any machine is made. The machines are made in a great number. Okay, so this is the quality of industry and factory. For suppose if we make something at our home, we cannot make it in a very large quantity. Point number one, we do not use the heavy machines for that. Point number two, we do not use the labors for these works that we do at our home. Okay, so these work are very different from the work which are done in the industry, and we should know that the products, the things which are made in the industries, we use the word with them for them, goods and services. So if I ask you, give me the examples of goods and services, you can give me a lot of examples. By looking here and there around you, you will find many of the things which have been come from industries, right? So you guys must know that for what thing we use goods and services. Then here we have seen things to learn, right? In this page, on this slide, we have seen that here are the important terms that we will use, that we will be learning one by one. Yesterday we were talking about manufacturing. Manufacturing is a kind of word, if you find out in the dictionary, you might get the answer or meaning as to make the things. But for our purpose, this definition is not enough. We cannot say to make the things is manufacturing. Yes, in the terms of English, we can use this meaning. But here, if we are supposed to define the term, so we must indicate two of the things that I told you yesterday. Number one, things to be made in industries. Industries or factories is a word which is very important over here to explain the manufacturing. So number one thing is that things which are made in the industries are, and point number two, with the help of machines, right? Two things which are very important. The thing number one is the products are made in industries with the help of machines. Things are made in industries or factories with the help of machines. Without machines, we make many of the things in our home as well. Okay, but these are different from the things which are made in industries. So manufacturing means making goods and services in industries with the help of machines. Then here we discussed about developed countries, developed and developing. There is nothing to be confused between these two terms. Developed, which have been developed, the countries which have already been developed, which have already been successful, which have already been industrialized, which have already many of the industries are the developed countries. So just bring the concept in your mind by this word. Developed countries are those countries which are rich and successful. Now, what are the examples? There are a number of the examples that you gave me yesterday. I was very glad to see that you gave me number of the examples. So basically, if someone asks us to define the developed countries, so developed countries are the countries which are industrialized. Industrialized, beta, this is very important. See, this is the word that we should use, right? Now, see, this is very important. Developed countries are also called as industrialized countries. Developed countries are also called as industrialized countries. Is that clear, guys? If I write industrialized and industrializing, if I write two words, industrialized countries and industrializing countries, and I ask you that which one will come in the category of developed, so your answer must be industrialized, because if you choose the answer industrializing, that will be another name of developing country. Developing, industrializing, similar, matching with each other. Developing, industrializing are matching with each other. Developed and industrialized are matching with one another, right? So here comes the example: USA, Japan, Canada, France, and you can give me number of the examples apart from these, right? So what are the things why the developed countries are developed? Why? Because of the industries. Why they are developed? Because they have a great number of industries. For suppose if we talk about USA, United States of America, so United States of America is rich because it has number of the industries, right? What happens, why the country gets successful with the help of industry? Industry is the source of our income, right? For suppose if I ask you that what is the source of income at your home, you might tell me the job of your father, the business of your father, because that is the source of income at your home, right? But learning about home is so simple because there are very less number of people living at a house. But when we talk about a country, we are talking about a large scale. हम एक बहुत बड़े पैमाने की बात कर रहे हैं. So the source of income for the country is industry. The source of income for a country is its industries, because in the industries the goods and services are made in a very large number and they are sold out to the other countries to get the money. This is how the money increases. This is how our financial state, हम हमारी affordability बढ़ती है, right? Financial state हमारी stable होती है, और इसी तरीके से हम किसी भी country को industrialized और industrializing country कहते हैं. On the other hand, here are two more pictures which are very different from the pictures that we saw on the previous slide. Right? Now you might get confused that miss there are the industries. हमारे पास नूरियाबाद में बहुत सारी industries हैं. बिल्कुल सही कहा आपने. हमारे पास सिर्फ नूरियाबाद में नहीं, we are having many other industries in the different cities as well. Nuriabad is one of them, which is very famous in Sindh. पंजाब में दूसरी है, खैबर पख्तूनख्वा में दूसरी है, बलूचिस्तान में दूसरी है. इन एवरी प्रोविंस वी आर हैविंग सम ऑफ द इंडस्ट्रियल सिटी जिसमें बहुत सारी इंडस्ट्रीज हैं. तो इट मींस वी शुड बी डेवलप्ड, वी शुड बी सक्सेसफुल. But if we compare the number of the industries that we have, if we compare that number with the number of USA, France, Japan, so that will be lesser. That will be many times lesser. इज दैट क्लियर गाइस? सो हमारे पास बहुत सारी बिल्डिंग्स हैं, हमारे पास बहुत सारी इंडस्ट्रीज हैं। इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि हम इंडस्ट्रियलाइज्ड हो गए, इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि हम डेवलप्ड हो गए, इसका मतलब ये है कि हम ट्राई कर रहे हैं कि हम डेवलप हो जाएं। वी आर ट्राइंग टू बी डेवलप्ड बट स्टिल we are developing, not developed, right? Because of the number of the industries are gradually increasing day by year by year. So we are trying to be developed. We are yet not successful. We are yet not rich. We are yet not industrialized. We are developing country. We are industrializing country. And apart from Pakistan, Iran, Iraq, India is also there. Now, what kind of thing comes in front of you? Hmm. Beta, can you see my screen properly? Is my screen spread on your screen? क्या मेरी स्क्रीन आपकी पूरी स्क्रीन पर आ रही है या पूरी नहीं दिख रही? Good, thank you. Beta, those who are complaining me, I just forgot the name. Vania. Yes, beta, Vania. The screen is clear to other students, right? You need to check your setting of Zoom. Now, what do you see over here, guys? You see loading. You see a truck. You see a truck in which the loads are loaded. The cartons are loaded. The things are loaded. Why it happens? Do we need this good at our home? क्या हमें इतना सारा सामान अपने घर पर चाहिए? No. The goods and services are stored. The goods and services are loaded in the trucks, in the ships, in different large vehicles to export or import somewhere. या तो इसे कहीं बाहर हमें एक्सपोर्ट करना है या ये कहीं बाहर का सामान है जो हमें अपने कंट्री में लेना है यानी कि इंपोर्ट करना है. So here you can see loading and what is loading आपको बेसिकली ये याद नहीं करना बट मैंने आपको सिर्फ इसलिए ये दिखाने के लिए इस एनिमेटेड पिक्चर को दिखाया है कि आपको ये बात समझ में आ जाए. when we talk about the goods and services, when we talk about something which is made in the industry, we collect them in a large quantity. अगर हम अपने घर के लिए चाहिए वॉशिंग मशीन, we will not go to the industry. हम इंडस्ट्री नहीं जाएंगे. We will go to the particular shop. We will go to the particular mall, shopping mall, right? But we cannot collect our gadgets. We cannot collect our electrical items or the different things which are made in the industry. We cannot collect them directly from the industries. Okay, so what happens after the things are made in the industries? These things are loaded in the large vehicles, then these are exported or imported, or these are sold out to the companies. Am I clear to you? For suppose if you go to the shop which has a shop of LED, for suppose you want to purchase LED for your home, so will you go to the industry? No, you will go to the shop. But on that shop, the goods and services are brought in the wholesale amount. हम कहते हैं ना wholesale की दुकान है ये. Wholesale, it means wholesale. Sailors are the sailors who just buy the things in a very large quantity and they have the contact with the industries. We cannot directly contact with industry. Okay, so this is how the goods and services are loaded in the large vehicles. Then these things are exported somewhere or imported somewhere, right? And these are sold out to wholesalers. Now here comes a term in front of you, that is import, right? The word is so clear for you that if you see this word import, it is itself showing the meaning of it. The act of bringing in a good or services from a foreign country. Let's take the meaning of this in as in. Let's take the meaning of this in. Let's take the meaning of this m as in. ठीक है, इस m की मीनिंग हमने क्या लेनी है? in. It means something is getting in our country. Something is getting in our country. So that is import. That is import. The act of bringing in a good और सर्विसेज फ्रॉम अ फॉरेन कंट्री. जो हमारी कंट्री में कोई भी सामान आ रहा है तो क्या वो हमारी कंट्री से हमारी कंट्री में आएगा? क्या उसे पहले शिप्स में डाला जाएगा और फिर एक बड़ा सा सीवीओ का चक्कर लगा के दोबारा हमारी कंट्री लाया जाएगा? नो. जो चीज हमारे कंट्री में आ रही है वो कहीं और से आ रही है, और जो चीजें हम भेज रहे हैं अपनी कंट्री से वो हम कहीं और भेज रहे हैं. ये हमने सिर्फ राउंड दिलवाने नहीं भेजा कि अब जाओ सामान कलेक्ट करो और एक बड़ा सा चक्कर लेके वापस हमारी कंट्री में आ जाओ. नो. If something is coming into our country, so that is coming from other countries, that is coming from foreign countries. Foreign countries are the countries other than our country. ठीक है, जिसे हम कहते हैं बाहर ममालिक, बाहर मुल्क. बाहर मुल्क से कोई भी चीज हमारे कंट्री में आना is import. Import. So you need to take the meaning of this word as in. इस in की meaning हमने क्या लेनी है? हमें in की meaning लेनी है in. So it means something is coming in a country. The actual good or services brought in from a foreign country. This is the definition, guys. This is the definition. The actual good or service brought in अंदर लाई जाती है कहाँ से? From foreign country. For example, our country do not make iPads and iPhones, right? We need to take it, we need to purchase it from other countries. So a very large stock will be brought to our country. हमारी country में बहुत सारे पूरे इसके पैकेट्स लाए जाएंगे iPhones के. कहाँ से आएंगे वो? बाहर ममालिक से. So the things which are coming in our country, which are getting in our country from foreign countries are called imported items or import items, and this process is called import. This process is called import. Now let's go ahead. Now here come export. This is the opposite term for import. ये बिल्कुल उसका opposite है. As I told you that you guys need to take the meaning of in as in. So you will come to know that something is coming in our country, right? So that is import. Now, export, you can take the meaning of export. Ex means exit. It means something is made in our country, then that thing is exited. That thing gets exited from our country and goes somewhere else. For suppose, as I told you yesterday, that we have textile industries. You know, the largest industry of the Pakistan is textile industry. Textile means kapda, cloth, right? So our textile industries are very famous. The Gul Ahmed, Al Karam. What are these? These are the brands, but they are having their own industries. So what do? We just make clothes in the we just make the clothes in our country, then we sell out these things to other countries because the people like it. This is our expertise, that our country has good cotton, and that good cotton is very helpful to make cotton cloths, right? हमारे पास सिल्क अच्छा है जिसकी वजह से हम सिल्क क्लॉथ्स अच्छे बनते हैं और फिर वो हम एग्जिट करते हैं, अपने कंट्री से एक्सपोर्ट करते हैं. So things produced in one country are shipped to another country, to other markets, right? Ship the goods and services out of the port of a country for in demand for goods produced by the home country, right? A rice is very famous. The rice, which is our crop that we use for making dishes, right? That is the very good. Pakistan has a good quality rice, so we can use it for ourselves. Plus, we can sell the rice to the other countries as well, because when we sell the rice to other countries, they'll give us a handsome amount of money. right? So things are made in one country and that is exported to another country, that is sent to another country. This word shipped, ये ship आप हम word use करते हैं to send, right? You might have seen when you order some parcel, तो ये कहा जाता है कि आप parcel जो है वो ship हो चुका है. Ship means to send, right? So goods and services are made in one country, but those are sent to another country are called export. Now here comes a very good scenery in front of you where you can see the greenery. So what we are going to learn about greenery now? Agro-based industries. What are the industries? We know that some of the industries are there. Some of the industries are there which make laptops. Some of the industries are there that make refrigerator and different things, right? But what are agro-based industries? Agro-based industries क्या होती है? So before knowing about the agro-based industry, first we need to know about the meaning of this word, which is agro. Agro is the word that comes from agriculture. That comes from agriculture. And agriculture means to grow crops in the fields. To grow crops in the fields. And you guys must know that industries in Pakistan are mainly agro-based industries. As I told you that we are famous, Pakistan is very famous for its textile industry. Textile industry is an agro-based industry. How can we say that? Textile industry, on the one hand, I have told you that the textile industries are the industries that make clothes. And on the other hand, I'm saying that it is agro-based industry. So guys, how it is agro-based industry? Agro-based industries are the industries which are related to agriculture. This agro word is showing that the industries are based on agriculture. The industries are based on agriculture. And what is agriculture? Growing crops in the fields is agriculture. हमारे पास कितनी अच्छी अच्छी फील्ड्स है ना. एंड पाकिस्तान की इंडस्ट्रीज जो ज्यादातर हैं वो एग्रो बेस्ड इंडस्ट्रीज हैं. क्यों? क्योंकि पाकिस्तान के पास मेनली, सारी नहीं, मेनली पाकिस्तान हैज textile industries, and for the textile industries the cotton is very important, because usually the fabric that people usually favor, the people usually select to wear is cotton. कॉटन क्लॉथ जो होते हैं वो कॉटन से बनते हैं. वो कौन सी वाली कॉटन से बनते हैं? वो रुई कॉटन जो होती है ना, कपास, जिसे हम कपास कहते हैं. ठीक है, उससे बनती है. सो ये सारा प्रोसेस स्टार्ट कहाँ से होता है? ये सारा प्रोसेस स्टार्ट होता है हमारी फील्ड से, हमारी क्रॉप से. किसान जो होते हैं वो सारी कॉटन को पहले कलेक्ट करते हैं, ठीक है. उस कॉटन को भेज देते हैं, वो इंडस्ट्रीज में बेच दिया जाता है. इंडस्ट्रीज में किसान को पैसे मिल गए, जमींदार को पैसे मिल गए. अब जो कॉटन जो हमने एग्रीकल्चर से ली है, नाउ दैट कॉटन वुड बी प्रोसेस्ड. उसे एक पर्टिकुलर प्रोसेस से गुजारा जाएगा, जिस प्रोसेस की वजह से वो कॉटन, कपास जो है वो कॉटन, दैट वुड बी कन्वर्टेड इन द कॉटन क्लॉथ्स. क्लॉथ्स हम कैसे बना रहे हैं, कपड़ा हम कैसे बना रहे हैं? उस कॉटन से दैट वी ऑब्टेन फ्रॉम एग्रीकल्चर, दैट वी ऑब्टेन फ्रॉम फील्ड्स, जो हमने फील्ड से ऑब्टेन की हैं, उस कॉटन से हम कपड़ा बना रहे हैं. सो बेसिकली हमारी टेक्सटाइल इंडस्ट्रीज आर वेरी डिपेंडेंट on the agriculture. So textile industry is the industry that is agro based industry, which based on agriculture. Is that clear, guys? Now here comes another thing, but I want you guys, here you can see the largest industry of Pakistan. The largest industry of Pakistan is textile industry. As I told you that here you can see that how the cloth is formed. Cloth को किस तरीके से बनाया जा रहा है, you can see. इसमें इसमें जितनी भी प्रिंटिंग होती है, एडिटिंग होती है, इस पे जितना भी एम्ब्रॉयडरी होती है, that is done later on, right? Initially, the cloth is made from cotton. सबसे पहले कपड़ा किससे बनाया जाता है? कॉटन से बनाया जाता है. कॉटन is processed to make cloth. First, the simple plain cloth is made. Then the print is given to the cloth. Then the texture is given to the cloth. ठीक है, सबसे पहले सिंपल सा कपड़ा बनाया जाता है, फिर उसमें ब्लॉक प्रिंटिंग की जाती है या कोई दूसरे डिजाइन बनाए जाते हैं या फिर उसमें एम्ब्रॉयडरी की जाती है. ये सारी चीजें बाद में होती हैं. सबसे पहले द क्लॉथ इज टू बी मेड, सबसे पहले कपड़े को बनना होता है. So, what is the largest industry of Pakistan? The largest industry of Pakistan is textile industry. And textile industry is the industry that is based on agriculture. So, textile industry comes in the category of agro-based industries. So, that is why we can say that the industries in Pakistan are mainly agro based. Mainly is the word which is showing textile industry. ठीक है, अगर हम सारे ही कह दें कि सारे, तो पता चले लैपटॉप में भी कॉटन यूज हो रहा है. नहीं भाई, ऐसा नहीं है. The laptops are made in the Pakistan, but we do not use cotton for this. ओके, सो हमारी एक्सपर्टी क्या है, हमारी खासियत क्या है पाकिस्तान की? दैट पाकिस्तान हैज अ वेरी गुड क्रॉप ऑफ कॉटन. जब हमारे पास कॉटन की बहुत प्यारी सी क्रॉप्स हैं, अच्छी क्रॉप्स हैं, क्वालिटी वाली क्रॉप्स हैं, तो फिर उस कॉटन से कपड़ा बनाया जाएगा. तो फिर कपड़ा, टेक्सटाइल इंडस्ट्रीज हमारी बहुत ज़्यादा फेमस हैं पूरे दुनिया में. Now I want someone to read out the paragraph. Now it is time to speak. Those who want to read the paragraph, raise your hand. Yes, Abil Hassan.
Yes, miss.
Just read out the name of the chapter.
Trade and industries.
सबसे पहले Bismillah.
Your
Recite Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Then call out the name of the chapter.
trade and industries. You wear clothes which are made up of cotton, silk, wool, or leather. You travel by car, bus, aeroplane, and use many electrical items like refrigerators, washing machine, irons, and television. And in your daily life, do you know where all these things come from? All these things come from industry, good and services.
Okay,
A
beta.
product of
Okay, Abil. Thank you so much, beta. Now you need to unmute yourself. Yes, Umme Habiba. Umme Abiha, sorry. I have given the access to Umme Abiha.
Miss, can you hear me?
Yes, beta, I can hear you properly. You need to start reading from third paragraph. Goods and services are made, are products.
Okay. At the time of independence, Pakistan had
Where are you, beta? Where are you? I am asking you to read from here. Look at the screen. This one. Goods and services are products of industries.
Okay, miss.
Hmm.
Goods and services are products of industries. Manufacturing or making things in factories is important for every country of the world. The countries which are industrialized have become rich and are called developed countries. These include Japan, USA, Germany, France, and England. The countries which are becoming industrialized are called the developing countries. Our country is one of them.
Okay,
At
thank
the
you so much,
time of
beta.
independence,
Abiha, wait. Now you need to mute yourself, guys. Everyone is supposed to underline this whole paragraph, as this whole paragraph is very important. Goods and services are the products of industries. I might ask you that what are the goods and services? You need to answer me that these are the products of industry, right? The second thing is manufacturing or making things in factories is important for every country in the world. ठीक है, ये बात भी इंपॉर्टेंट है। द कंट्रीज विच आर इंडस्ट्रियलाइज हैव बिकम रिच, जो इंडस्ट्रियलाइज कंट्री हैं वो रिच हैं, ये भी अंडरलाइन करना है, वो डेवलप्ड कंट्रीज कहलाते हैं। फिर उसकी एग्जांपल्स हैं यहाँ पे, ठीक है। फिर डेवलपिंग कंट्रीज आपके सामने लिखा हुआ है और हमारा कंट्री उसी में से एक है। Now, the next student who is going to read is Jeshna. Yes, Jeshna? Start reading from here at the time of independence. Jeshna? Start.
At the time of independence, Pakistan had viewed the industries and the conditions for industrial development were not
Favorable.
favorable, but
Favorable.
but since then the industry have developed
Rapidly.
rapidly in our country and have become the major source of income for us. They have become almost as important as agriculture and employ a great number of our people.
Thank you. Now mute yourself, Jeshna. Now the turn goes to another student and Faiz Irfan. Yes, Faiz Irfan. बेटा we don't have much time. जिस इसको मैं एक्सेस देती जा रही हूँ फॉरेन से उसे एक्सेप्ट करे और रीडिंग
Yes.
जी बेटा स्टार्ट रीडिंग फ्रॉम दिस वन पेज.
मैं शुरू से नंबर से जैसे
Industries in Pakistan are mainly agro based.
industries in Pakistan are mainly agro-based industries because Pakistan is an agriculture country and the raw materials of these industries come from different crops such as cotton, rich and sugar cane,
Cotton, rice, sugar cane.
rice and sugar cane.
Okay.
The major
Wait. Everyone underline this. This is very important. Pakistan, the industries in the Pakistan are mainly agro-based because Pakistan is an agricultural country, and the raw material is the material that industry used to make something, right? जैसे raw material textile industry का क्या है? Cotton. ठीक है. So हम ज़्यादातर कौन सी यूज करते हैं चीज़ें raw material के तौर पे? Cotton, rice and sugar cane. ठीक है बेटा, your time is going to be ended and thank you so much. Allah Hafiz. Inshallah we shall meet in the next class.